Okay, so I made a list of all the items that the vehicle is going to need. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of the vehicle so that you can have a good idea of what's needed and a visual along with it. Alright, so this is the Sprinter that you had come over here. First thing I have on the list is a sliding door is missing the lower wheel. So when you open the door, there's supposed to be a wheel at the bottom here. It's missing there. So as you pull the door, it kind of gets caught up. But the door does slide rather smoothly. So it may or may not be an issue, but there is a wheel physically missing from there. Alright, the next item on the list, the tires. The tires are good all around. Show you here. Tires are pretty much brand new. Tires are brand new, and it's the same on the other side. I put that we do need front pads and rotors. The pads you can't see. I can't show you physically here. It's very difficult to see, but the rotors have a significant lip on them, so that's why I'm recommending rotors. They're probably pretty thin, and the pads look like they've been replaced, but once you replace rotors, you should always replace the pads. So the same goes for the rear. Recommend front pads and rotors, rear pads and rotors. All right, the body is pitting, so there's certain sections where you can see some touch up there, touch up there, touch up. Those are scratches. This is some damage that scratches there. There was a section that I saw. Where is it? Okay, here's another section, some pitting. That's from underneath the paint. So these sections here that's under the paint, the primer is probably a poor primer. I know the Mercedes had a problem with the primer not being great when they manufactured these, and it would cause pitting. We had our van repainted by Mercedes under warranty because it's a 2012, a few years ago, because of that. But you know, it does pit at times. All right, the other thing I noticed is here there's a magnet that's supposed to be here for when the door swings open. It's supposed to click onto here. It's just missing. But why is it missing? If I look close here, it looks like someone's been doing some body work. They probably forgot to put this piece back on, but something happened here where it was repaired. You could see it was painted. There's some body damage there. It looks fine now, but you could tell some repairs were done. Okay, also there's a gap here between the taillight and the body. So like I said, something probably happened here when the vehicle was in an accident in the right rear, or got dented, something hit it. So there is a gap here. It's lined up pretty well over here, but there's a significant gap on this side. If we look at the other side, I don't think the gap is that big. I mean, it does have a little bit of a gap on this side, so I may be incorrect, but it looks like the gap's a little bit larger on the other side. Then there's definitely some body work done on the other side. So this is the magnet I was talking about, and you have a crack in this taillight as well. All right, the next thing on the list is the grille. There's a scuff here, so a pretty deep scratch on the grille. Also notice that the grille is a little loose. I don't know if it had any front end collision. I can't see any visual signs of one from the outside. All right, it's a little chilly out here, so I'm going to try to go quickly. The fan shroud, where is it here? Fan shroud is cracked and leaning towards the engine area. Maybe it was in an accident, I'm not sure, I can't really tell. But definitely the shroud is broken and it's leaning towards the engine. The gap is tighter than it should be. The next thing is the tire pressure light is on, and there was some codes that I'll go over later in the system that talked about the tire pressure. The CD changer makes a little bit of noise when you turn on the car, almost like it's getting stuck or something's binding. I don't have a CD to test it with, so I can't check to see if it works, but the noise goes away immediately after it does its cycle. There's a cap missing from the back of the plastic cover on the right headlight. So behind this headlight there's a cover for the bulbs that protect it from water and you know, debris from getting up in there. That's got a little bit signs of some rust because it's probably been off for a while. All right, not a big deal, just need to buy a new cover.